Hi everyone! Today we will be making chocolate peanut butter protein balls. They're easy, delicious, keto-friendly, vegan-friendly, and gluten-free, all with 6 grams of protein per serving. So for the ingredients, you're going to need 3/4 of a cup of almond flour and 3/4 of a cup of chocolate protein powder, half a cup of powdered peanut butter, half a cup of natural peanut butter, and half a cup of water along with 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed for the dough. You will also need 2 tablespoons of finely chopped peanuts and 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts for the topping. What I love about this recipe is that it doesn't require any baking, and the ingredients can just be thrown together in a food processor and just blended up, or in a blender in just a couple of minutes. If you don't have access to these, you can also mix the dough by hand. You can start by adding the dough ingredients in any order that you like. I just start here by adding the ground flax seeds, but I'm using whole flax seeds just because that's all I have on hand, which works just as well. These are a great source of healthy fats and fiber. Next, I'm just adding the powdered peanut butter here, and if it makes a little bit of a mess, that's okay. You can just clean it up after. So next I'm just going to be adding the flour and protein powder, but today I'm going to be using coconut flour just because that's the only thing I have on hand. Luckily this recipe just can be easily customized by using whatever type of flour or flavor protein powder you have on hand, but just keep in mind that almond flour and other nut flours are going to provide a higher amount of protein per serving. So since these protein bites are such a great source of protein, they are a perfect snack for after your workouts or whenever you just need a quick boost. So we want to aim for about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram per day, which is going to look very different for every person out there. So for example, this might look like about 15 to 30 grams of protein per meal and around 5 to 10 grams of protein per snack. You do just want to keep in mind that your protein recommendations can differ depending on your age, your physical activity levels, and your health status. So it's important to check with a dietitian just to make sure you're consuming the correct amount of protein to support your individual needs. So protein is really important for muscle growth and repair, along with maintaining the body for optimal health, growth, function, and development all throughout life. This macronutrient also takes the longest to digest out of all of them, so it is really great for overall satiety. And when it is paired with dietary fiber that is found in fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, and legumes, meals and snacks become really nutrient dense and very satiating. High quality sources of proteins include animal proteins like lean meats, eggs, low fat and fat free dairy products, along with vegetarian sources such as soy products like tofu and seitan, nuts, beans, peas, and legumes. Consuming a variety of proteins that fit your lifestyle and preferences is considered optimal for obtaining nutrients and supporting gut microbiome diversity. So I'm just blending this up now with the rest of the ingredients, and it can be a little bit of a messy process here, as you can see, especially if you have a little bit of a smaller food processor like I do. So you just want to take your time, and you can even add half of the ingredients at a time if you need to. So next I'm just going to add a little bit more water to bring the dough together to get the consistency that I would like. And then I'm just going to throw that top back on and blend it up a little bit more until it is smooth. All Alright, so our dough is basically all set here. So I'm just going to remove it from the food processor and place it in one of the bowls that we were using for ingredients before. So after I made sure I got all of it out of the container and off of the blade and the lid, I'm just going to give it one final mix here just because I still do have a few lumps of flour and other ingredients that I wanted to mix just a little bit better. Okay, so now you can start taking a good spoonful of batter, about a tablespoon, and you're just going to roll it into about a golf-sized ball. Then you can start dipping it in the peanuts and just roll it around until it's covered, and then into the hemp seeds. So that's just going to cover the rest of the patches that are open, and then you can place them on a dish or tray or anything that you're using. So I'm just going to continue this process until all of the dough is used up. And something that you may have to do is replenish the amount of ingredients you have for your toppings, like I did here. That's going to be shown later in the video, but I ran out of both chopped nuts and hemp seeds, so I just added a little bit more and continued the process until all of the dough was used up. Alright, so I'm just finishing up the last few protein bites here. This recipe made about 16 bites, but it can differ depending on the size that you make them. Mine are a little uneven, but they don't have to be perfect, so don't worry. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned a little bit more about protein today. Give this recipe a try and let me know what you think.